Hey everybody, it's Adam again and welcome back to my garage. Well, today Jake is coming back from Classicdaly. I've got some McDonald's in here, 4 Big Macs and 2 small fries, and we're gonna go ahead and test out the updates he made to his ECU. You remember last time we were going through and checking the tachometer? A couple of different things on the ECU, had to do some tweaks with the tach. Go back and look at a couple videos ago. I'll put a link down below and show you how we troubleshot that. He sent off the designs to somewhere in Europe and they turned some quick turn boards for him. We're gonna try it out tonight. And by the time we're done, we're gonna go through these 4 Big Macs and 2 fries in here. And then he also brought some scales over and we're gonna end up scaling the car later before I do the swap, just to see what we got for a weight balance. That'll come up in a future episode before I start ripping the motor out of the E36. Come along for the ride. Oh, I hear a diesel coming. There we go, we got Jake here. Jake, how's it going, man?
It's all right, it's all right.
All right, so the last time we got together here, it was back in the August time frame, I think. Yes. It was hot as hell out.
It's hot.
Now it's about 42 degrees outside. Jake's got his beanie cap on. I got a 4 Big Macs and some fries there from McDonald's. So tonight we're gonna try out the ECU updates you made.
Yep, new version.
Describe what you did to the ECU after we talked to each other the last time.
So we figured out that it wasn't dropping to 0 on the pulse.
The frequency, yeah,
so
yep.
We added a low side FET with a 12 volt pull up or a 5 volt that's switchable in the ECU. And I tested it today on an E30, worked fine. And then we'll try it in here and see if it works.
Excellent. So as far as the configurability of it, what would that allow in terms of, say, like an M54 from an E46, in terms of the chassis that you're planning on working with as far as the tach and the dash go?
Yeah, so I mean, the hope is that it works on all these older cars. So if this needs a 12 volt pulse, then it'll use the low side to the 12 volt pull up. Or if it needs a 5 volt, you can switch it and it'll run to the 5 volt pull up.
Excellent.
And I changed that on all the boards. So that's on the M54 board, which probably will use on your car, and the OBD1 board, the OBD2 board that I have, and then also on the E30 board. Because I had tested another board like this on an E34 and it also tach didn't work. So this should hopefully fix all of them.
All right, sounds good, man. Well, let's get that ECU plugged in. We'll take a look on the dash. And in the meantime, I hope you're hungry, Jake, because there's some fries, and I'll give you your first Big Mac, and we'll work through the Big Macs and the fries as we're working on this out here. And it's really just a delicious. Actually, I think they gave me something extra in there too, so this is great. We'll see we'll see if we got something extra in there.
Exciting.
Jake has his other ECU over there. That's the one with the updated pinout on it. So there we go. We got to plug in the vacuum pipe again here.
So it's just getting its load via vacuum. Like that.
There we go. Okay. And if you want to hear Jake's in-depth story on this, as far as how the board was laid out, what it uses for tuning software, kind of the base firmware on it as well, check out the other video for the in-depth side. And assuming everything works good here, well, this might be a quick video. If it doesn't, then we're going to have to plug back into the old oscilloscope, and we might have to go get more Big Macs. We'll see. All right, we're going to go ahead and get inside the car here and take a look at the dash and see how she works with the tach signal. Now, if we get that, there we go. All right. Okay, let's see, Jake. What's she going to do here? Oh, dude, what? Did you put a tach sweep on there like the sweet cars? And yeah, all right. Function. Well, so that's a good sign. Oh, boy, look at that, man. Let's see. And she might be idling a little high because that Big Mac sitting up on the throttle cable up there.
I think you're probably right.
Jake, hey, man, this looks good, man. Woo! Excellent. Good work, dude. Let me take a look underneath the hood to make sure we're not pinching the throttle cable here. Oh, actually, yeah. Oh, no. It's probably just the tune. It could be the tune on her. Well, Did you find the extras in there, Jake? Oh, yeah! Oh, thanks, man. Sweet. Let's take another look up inside here. Yeah, probably the tune on there. I mean, it's holding it steady. It's not like it's oscillating.
The idle valve is too high, so we could plug in if you have a computer.
Let's plug in real quick, and then we'll get that squared away. Yeah. All right, so we got the USB cable plugged in there. Jake's got the computer plugged in. And for anybody who's tuned on any sort of DIY type kit, typically it's a Tuner Studio as far as the interface goes. Jake, from a hardware perspective in there, what kind of hardware are you running to support this?
So it's a big circuit board, but the main chip is an STM32 chip, and then the firmware is called foam.
Okay.
And we're still adding new features all the time, so lots of stuff you can do with it. So we can adjust the idle or do anything we need. But one thing we noticed that the throttle position is showing 3% right now, and that might be because I calibrated it on my car. This car's a little different, so that can throw off kind of the way the idle strategy.
Okay. Yep.
So we can reset that, set it up, adjust it down, and.
So you're saying it wasn't the Big Mac, basically, on the throttle cable? I mean, yeah.
I don't know if we got full knowledge yet.
Yeah. I guess we'll find out, right? And maybe she's just hungry. She just might want to. We got another Big Mac inside that bag there, along with these surprises we found, and we just might have to feed her some more juice. So I'm going to go inside, and Jake is going to instruct me what to do as far as this throttle calibration procedure goes.
So just key on.
I'm going to roll down the passenger
window
here.
Now put the pedal down to the floor.
Darn it. Pedal to the floor. Let's see here.
Does this work?
No, there we go. Pedal to the floor,
pedal to the floor, leave it there. Okay, off. Now actuate it. Okay, good. Go ahead and start it.
There we go. All right.
That's me adjusting it here too.
Yeah.
Look at that voltage. 11.8.
Yeah, is that good? Yeah, the alternator's bad. Yeah. It actually went bad during the last time we were working on it. Like in the middle of that. And it's been going bad for a while. And I got a little lifter tick now for some reason, but that means she's hungry, Jake. I think she is. I don't know. What would happen if I put this McDonald's wrapper down here? Oh! Well, good thing I got the air cleaner on there still. All right, Jake. Well, I guess, that's probably it then,
Yeah,
huh?
it does what we need it to do.
All right. Let's get those scales out of the truck there and see where you and I weigh in at after these Big Macs here. All right, so we're gonna go get these scales out of the back of Jake's truck, and then we'll lay them out in front of the car. You don't have time to do it tonight, but Jake has a specific method for using these cattle scales, actually. And we're gonna see if I'm 1/8 of a ton. Maybe you can get a side of beef for the next Big Mac meal. But yeah, let's see what we got here, Jake.
So look at this
Well,
thing.
I guess describe what you got right here.
So I made it.
Holy cow, yeah,
because I wanted scales. So it's quarter inch plate, and then there's 4. Normally this would be like out for a steer or some sort of animal to lay on. So they're strain
pressure
gauge.
sensor.
Yeah, like strain gauge. Yep.
So
they're just 4 of them, and it goes in this little box, and then this little thing, muxes them together.
Okay.
And then there's 4. I made these wood things, so it's the same height.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
So then so then the car isn't twisted or bent or anything.
Yep.
So pretty much I would put one corner on, weigh it, write it down, go to the next one, write it, weigh it down, and then just go around and then add them up.
Yep. Okay. And the whole reason why we want to do this on the E36 before we pull it apart, honestly, is because I want to see what the weight balance is with the stock configuration. And then as we put the drivetrain in it from the E46, I'm going to try to get to as close as that weight distribution as I can. You're recognizing there's going to be a little more weight up front, but it is an M54 all aluminum engine versus the iron block in the M42. We'll see how it turns out here, and maybe I just need to relocate the battery to the back of the car if I have to, and that'll be what we do. Well, hey, that's good. It looks like we had a success on the Tach, and we'll get this moved over to the garage, and I'll weigh it in the next video or two, and we'll keep everybody along here. So
Big Mac.
Look at this guy. He's crazy. All right, everybody, there you have it. So the Tach signal works now with the E36. I'd say we're pretty darn close to having something that'll just work as soon as we plug in the harness for the M54 into the E36 once we do the swap. And life is good. Also got the scales, as you saw us unloading from Jake's truck. In the next video or two, we're going to go through and weigh the E36 before we start taking it apart. We want to keep that same corner weight or that same 50-50 balance, whatever we end up with from the stock balance perspective of that TI, because we really want to not upset the weight balance too much by putting in the all-wheel drive system. So keep your eyes peeled for the next video, and thanks for watching. Have a look down below at the other videos that we got. Go all the way back to the beginning when we introduced the E36 all-wheel drive XTI project. It's going to be a fun one, and hopefully we get a lot accomplished this winter. So thanks for watching, and have a great day.